Good Monday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on your 270 weather. Weather for the 270 area code and beyond. It is April the 14th. I hope you had a good Palm Sunday weekend. It was a beautiful day yesterday. Lots of sunshine, just a few high clouds here and there. And today we're already noticing, some high cloudiness, and eventually we're going to find some showers coming in this afternoon and maybe even a few thunderstorms. Oh, where's my camera? Where'd my camera go? Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on just a second. Unable to access camera. Why is it doing that? Well, I apologize. For some reason, something's wrong with my Plano camera. But I mean, just looking out there, there's sunshine and there's some clouds, but they're going to be with us today, and eventually we're going to find some shower and thunderstorm activity, especially as we get into the afternoon. And there is a possibility that in some parts of Kentucky, not necessarily our neck of the woods, are we going to find some stronger thunderstorms. There might be a few of those, but I really think the better chance of severe weather is going to be up north and east of us today. All right, here's a look at the numbers from your Sunday. We had a high of 61. No, that's not right. Okay, what is going on here? I thought I refreshed all this. What is happening? Something isn't right with the updates that I did on my computer. Hang on. That's the right one. Okay. Boy, you can tell it's a Monday, right? Okay. We had a high. This is correct. We had a high of 74 yesterday. You thought, wait, it wasn't that cool. 61? It was a lot warmer than that. Yeah, 74. 4 degrees warmer than the normal of 70, and we had a low of 40. Really no precipitation, even though at the airport they recorded a trace of rainfall, but that was very early on in the day. All right, let's go to the radar. Nothing happening yet, and it won't until this afternoon when a cold front approaches. And then that cold front is going to tap into some available moisture. And this will be the kind of shower activity, thunderstorm activity that is heated up by the surface of the sun. So as the sun is out for this first half of the day, it's going to heat up the atmosphere. And so we get more surface based thunderstorms instead of those elevated thunderstorms. And because of jet stream energy that's flowing right through the area, um, we're going to have some of those thunderstorms become a little more potent. But again, the better chance of that happening is going to be up here toward places like Lexington. Um, you know, let's see. Let me show you this if I can. I'm going to try to show you how this is all going to maybe play out. Well, it doesn't give me a long enough stretch here, but maybe Louisville down to about Campbellsville, Lexington, Frankfort, Cincinnati, over toward Ashland, Huntington, Charleston, and into southern Ohio. That's where the better dynamics and the better setup of energy is going to be for potentially some stronger storms come later this afternoon and this evening, but not here. We may get a few strong storms, and the main threat would be some brief damaging wind and some hail, but that's it. Not much more than that. Not for us. Here is a look at the high resolution satellite view on this Monday morning. You can see that we're seeing outside. Some of those clouds are beginning to thicken up just a little bit as that upper level energy tries to work its way in with the cold front, which is back here to the west. So these clouds, even though we're getting sunshine right now, The clouds will continue to increase throughout the day, and we'll find that incoming cold front kicking off a few of those thunderstorms a little bit later on. Let's check the mesonet, Kentucky mesonet this morning, and you see the temperatures are nice and mild from where they have been in the last few days, or actually mornings. Some of the mornings have been chilly, but not this morning. We've got a lot of available air, warm air, I should say. 60s, mid 60s, upper 60s. There's a 70 over in Muhlenberg County this morning. We've got also higher dew points in the 50s, as you can see. Lots of 50s, especially back to the west, approaching 60. That's the threshold we always look at for enough available moisture to, if we need the energy for thunderstorms, uh, this time of the year, the better energy with those, when you get those dew points in the upper 50s to about 60 or higher, plenty of available moisture to work with. So uh, there's moisture there. It just hasn't been tapped into yet, but it will later today. Winds are out of the south and west. Sustained winds, a little breezy this morning. There was a breeze yesterday as well. Felt good though. It was a warm breeze. Southwest winds at, say, anywhere from 5 to 15. But as far as gusts this morning, we're getting some gusts to 21. Yeah, I see a lot of 21s, a lot of 13s and 14s and 15s, 19, 13, 16. So the wind's coming from the south and west. That's the moisture feed that's coming in ahead of the cold front. So we've got a pretty good little setup going here this morning. But this time, this time around, it's not so much going to be targeted over southern Kentucky. It is going to be targeted further north and east of southern Kentucky and the 270. Let me show you the severe weather threat. Get the freshest information. Now, I will tell you that, and here it is. I will tell you that the severe weather threat has been a little more uh, confined and defined to northeastern Kentucky. Um, so it starts about Louisville, goes down to, say, London, Corbin, Kentucky, over east, Lexington, Frankfort, Covington, Cincinnati, Ashland, east, northeast, southern Ohio, much of West Virginia. That's because the jet stream is flowing with the what we call the right rear entrance of the trough, is pushing the best energy up that direction instead of being out west of us and pushing it right over Bowling Green in southern Kentucky, which has happened the last few times. This time it's further north and east where the better energy is going to be, which, they can have it. I mean, I don't wish it on anybody, but we're not talking about a big, you know, outbreak of severe weather. We're talking about some strong storms. There's a very low tornado threat, higher threat, maybe over West Virginia, but not so much Kentucky. There's the tornado threat. Nothing for us. Zero. Uh, Damaging wind threat. Eh, Mostly in our counties east of 65. But even there, it's on the low side of things. Now, some of these storms could be hail producers because of the colder air above us coming in with the cold front. And so they've painted in that hail threat to the east of us, northeast of us. So everything is looking more like northeast of our area. That's the better risk of some of these things happening this afternoon and this evening, but this is a fast moving system. It's not going to linger. It's not going to produce any more flooding rains. It's not going to add to the pond that's sitting in a field somewhere or in your yard that you're still trying to get rid of. It's not going to do that. Looking down the road, the only other risk for some severe storms is Friday, Good Friday. As you can see, back into Illinois, Missouri, Indiana, with another front that's going to come in. But for us, nothing. But other than that, it looks pretty quiet, which is good. We need a break from severe weather. I believe we've had enough already, and we could just not have to go the rest of the season. That would be great. Without severe weather, that would be just perfect. Okay, here's a look at the maps, and I'll show you how all this is going to move forward. Everything right now, get that again so you can see. There we go. So the fronts there, you can see the warm front that is providing the breeze that we have this morning from the south and southwest. And here is our frontal boundary with waves of low pressure riding along the front. It's not quite stalled, but it's in some places it's trying to kind of linger just a little bit, but it will have some forward movement. Once it gets into tonight and tomorrow, it'll be east of us. So this is right now. Here is about noontime, 1 o'clock or so. Showers developing along the Ohio River as the front then starts to pick up some eastward motion. Here's 7 o'clock tonight, and there is that red zone risk of severe weather. For us, a few thunderstorms uh, on the way home from work or into this evening early. I think it's going to be early. It's not going to be a late event. There could be a few strong thunderstorms that come in somewhere in the eastern part of the 270, maybe closer to the 606 or the 859 or the 502. Yeah, there could be a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings with any stronger cell that pops up, but the real target of the activity is going to be right up here into much of West Virginia, southeastern Ohio, maybe a little bit of northeastern Kentucky, but not southern Kentucky, not Bowling Green. And as you can see, by 1 o'clock tomorrow morning, just after midnight, most of the rain will be gone. And here we go into Tuesday with sunny skies returning, cooler. This is a northwest breeze. It is a breeze because you can see the tighter lines here. So we'll go from a very warm and almost humid atmosphere today to a cooler, drier atmosphere tomorrow. Here's Tuesday night. Winds die down, high pressure builds in. Wednesday looking beautiful. Thursday, we'll see a mix of clouds and sunshine with the approach of the next system, which will bring us another chance of rain by, say, Friday evening. This is Good Friday. And as I showed you on the severe outlook, there was a risk of severe weather back this direction. You can see why. There's a series of warm fronts, cold fronts, a couple of low pressure systems. But I think the better chance of severe weather is going to be west and northwest of us. Now, Saturday looks to be a day in which we'll see scattered showers and thunderstorms. And you can see that everybody's covered up pretty well. That doesn't mean heavy rain. It just means we're going to get some showers and we're going to get some thunderstorms. But this looks to be your garden variety type stuff. Nothing strong, nothing severe. The front does kind of linger in the area into Easter Sunday. And I know that if you're making plans already for something outdoors on Easter Sunday, this could be a little issue, to be a problem. But I would go ahead and keep your plans for now. It doesn't look like it's going to be a lot of rain. It looks like it could be, you may have to just dodge a few showers. It all depends on where that front goes. If that front pushes a little further down into Tennessee, we'll be on the cooler side of the front and it would be some showers. But if we stay on the warmer side of the front, we're going to get close to 80 and then a better chance of a thunderstorm as we get into Easter Sunday, which is this Sunday. It's hard to believe that we're already at Easter Sunday, but it is this Sunday. All right, now to the look at the model viewer blender, and there you can see how the numbers are going to shake out. The really only big cool down that I see, or the big change in temperature, will come after today. We get close to 80 today, upper 70s to near 80. We get down close to 50 tonight, upper 40s, and then after those showers, it'll be a cooler day tomorrow with highs in the low 60s. Then we go mid 60s for Wednesday. Thursday, we're back into the 70s, then around 80 for Good Friday. Saturday, upper 70s to around 80. And again, there's Easter Sunday, this coming Sunday, 80. And after that, look at all those mid 70s, upper 70s. Looks like much of next week is going to stay above normal. Normal high right now is 70 to 71. So we're going to be just a few degrees above normal for the end of April, close to the end of April. And not bad, really. And this is the way that Micah put it together last night for his 7 day forecast. 76 or so today, with that chance of showers this afternoon. Then a cooler 62 tomorrow, 66 Wednesday, 71 for Thursday. Closer to 80 by Good Friday, and there's that chance of showers coming in for Friday into Saturday. This coming Saturday is not going to be as nice as this Saturday was with those scattered showers. And then maybe 75 to 80 on Sunday, which is Easter, with a chance of showers. We'll just have to see how that stalled front, if it wobbles further south or goes back to the north. And that will determine exactly how much rain we'll get. And it will also determine how warm the temperatures get, because on the north side of it, it'll be cooler. On the south side of it, it'll be warmer. I hope you're planning to take part in the 26th annual Herb Festival, which is coming up not this week, but the week after Easter, starting that Wednesday, April 23rd, going through Saturday, May 3rd, 9 to 6 daily at 901 Lehman Avenue, in between the bypass and Fairview Avenue. It's that Lehman Avenue is that one little stretch. It goes in between the two of them. And right there is where the Wild Bird and Nature Store is located, and the Plant Lady. And this is going to be big. They're going to set up this huge tent for 12 straight days. 12 days. If you want to become a green thumb, if you feel like that you are one and you want to dive in a little deeper, this is perfect for you. So this is where they're going to set up some herbs, perennials, heirlooms, all kinds of flowering plants, Kentucky grown. That's key. Kentucky grown plants. And then, of course, the Wild Bird and Nature Store will have things for those of you that are bird watchers and you love to set out the feeders. We've got some here at my house. We like to watch the birds come in and, just partake, especially this time of the year, and just, be a part of all that. I mean, they're going to have, everything from lavenders to rosemaries, those kind of plants like perennials that attract butterflies and hummingbirds. Then the vegetable plants. Those of you that are thinking about, I want to put out maybe just a little vegetable garden in my backyard or something just that I can manage that's not very big. They can show you how to do that. If you want to put out tomatoes or peppers or, you know, whatever. This is the event you need to go to. And they're going to have some special events inside this 12-day event where you can learn more about herbs, learn more about um, planting your own garden. And if you just want to do with flowers, you don't want to deal with vegetables. You just want to deal with flowers. And you're like, what's the difference between an annual and a perennial? What's the difference? I don't understand the difference. What does that mean? They'll teach you. They'll show you. And yes, it's free, but they will have stuff there for sale that you can buy. Cash or check only. I want to emphasize that as it says down there in the circle at the bottom of this flyer, check or cash only. They're not going to be able to take credit cards. So just know that when you go in, but it will be rain or shine. The 23rd through May 3rd, 12 days, 9 to 6 daily at 901 Lehman Avenue, the Herb Festival. Big, big, big event under the big tent. Going to be awesome. All right. And make today awesome. It's going to be a beautiful day at the start, like right now. But later, yeah, a few showers, a few thunderstorms. But again, I think the better chance of severe weather is going to be off to our north and east. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you tonight, 5, 6, and 10 on News 40 WNKY. God bless.